we go, ladies and gentlemen. Today is February 7th, and I'm Zhong, and our next upcoming event, Zhong Cage Fighting Series, is going down on March 15th. Right next to me, we have one of the vets and OGs in the sport, Michael Humphrey, and knowing this guy for almost a decade, finally have him fighting on my upcoming card as a professional bout, first pro fight of the night. Now, Mike, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Where were you born and raised, and where are you coming from?
So I come from a little small town in Humboldt County, and kind of happened to be raised up there, a beautiful ranching family, and went to Ferndale High School, started wrestling up there, and that's what really got my interest in fighting. You know, I grew up around the Cosi brothers, Lewis and Orion Cosi, who are famously in the UFC.
So I didn't know you actually born in Humboldt County?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, you know, here's a funny thing. So your opponent, your upcoming fight against Miguel Bracho, I believe he's also living in Humboldt County.
Yeah, I've heard. I'm a Soham boy. I heard he's a Norham boy, so this is a good little battle.
Oh, shit. So, that's going to be awesome. Now, what age do you start training martial arts?
So when I got into it, I really started wrestling at an early age. I started wrestling at about 10 or 11 years old, and I fell in love with that, and didn't know how I was going to continue after high school. And so I didn't get into mixed martial arts until later on in life, and I got my start up there in Humboldt back when they had the So You Want to Fight tournaments. And the biggest thing I knew how to do was wrestle. And I went in there and I choked my first opponent out in 19 seconds. And I fell in love with it. And after that, it was on and off the races. I won 3 straight, lost my first fight there, and then started getting into the cage for Brian Wilson and Hard Fought, where you and I met. It was back when Brady, No Hands Green, fought his first amateur bout on that card. Wow. And that was against Tyler Stringbean Wilson, and we were all on the same card. Now Brady, I think, is one of your commentators, right? Yeah. So Brady's now one of your commentators. I've been a pro since almost 2018 now, and
wow, it's been almost 7 years now.
Yeah, so it's been a while. I'm really looking forward to finally gracing your cage, and I've been to plenty of your shows, and so it's time to finally get in there and scratch.
Now, where do you actually currently live right now?
I live in Petaluma, California. It's not too far from here, about an hour. So I'm really happy to be in the Bay Area. I've been training with some amazing gyms. Kind of a journeyman, always have been. I believe in that hive mind mentality where you can train anywhere and learn from the best. You get your different reads, and that's how you become a better athlete, is training with those athletes.
Now, what do you do for your full-time job right now?
So right now, I actually own a handyman business where I do custom deck builds and kind of cabinetry and furniture and stuff like that, home improvement, home renovations.
Wow.
It's been a little slow, but things are picking up, and I do this, and I do private trainings and stuff like that. My wife Cassandra, she's a boxer. She's helping me get all that started too. So,
well, I'm trying to work on hopefully get your wife on the card as well. So it'd be kind of cool to have both you guys fighting on the card. So any females out there, 125 pounds, MMA, making a debut, amateurs, maybe have like 1 or 2 amateur fights. That's okay as long as it's 125 pounds. Make sure you guys DM me on my Instagram, Dragon_House_MMA. So you guys know how to reach out to me. And this year we are doing 4 events. March 15th is the first one, May 24th second one, and August 16th is going to be the Cow Palace third, and then the last one of the year is always the second weekend of November. Making sure you guys stay tuned. Now, Mike, let's talk a little bit about on your upcoming opponent, Miguel Bracho. He doesn't even plan on to actually ever fight again. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, some Instagram, social media, him and talking to Patrick Ryan, and then they actually have a little conversation, and it got him a little fire start up, and he wants to fight again. But now Patrick, due to personal circumstances, he can't fight. And then Bracho's like, well, I want to fight. Now it got me started. I want to fight. And then now you kicks in, kind of like, want to jump in. And you've been fighting for a long time, and you've been fighting a lot of tough dudes. You're not just the kind of guy what just fight, but you actually fought a lot of legitimate tough guys in California. Yeah. And you fought in Combate, you fought, God, you name it. You got a lot of different shows, a lot of different places.
A1 Combat. I fought a lot of studs. Yeah. Speaking of which, there's one of them that's fighting tonight. Team Carlos Figueroa. I fought big big studs in California. David Solorzano, for a fact, November 18th, 2018 on Bear Rivers card. And he's, 5-1 as a pro now?
6-1 now.
6-1, exactly. So, I don't take easy fights, and I don't look to take easy fights, and I don't see Miguel as an easy fight, but he's stepping up against a vet, and I'm getting my hand raised.
Now, when you're watching Miguel and watching his fight on YouTube, what do you see yourself have a advantage on him?
I hate to say it looks like a smoke show when he fights, but it's there's a lot to it that I could speak on that I'm not trying to talk shit on, but I do see myself being a more well-rounded fighter, and if people want to see a Humboldt County battle, then come to SF and watch these two boys get it on, because I plan on scrapping and get my hand raised, man. I've been in the game too long to watch someone who's just starting and not taking it very serious walk all over me. And like you said, I take tough fights, and I don't see this one any different. But I've been taking tough fights since the beginning, and I see myself as a tough fighter.
Yeah, beginning of your career,
I'm walking around at 2-5 right now. My record doesn't speak highly of me. I'm upside down a little, but I promise you I'll be 3-5 after March 15th.
Nah, it's gonna be awesome. Now, when you watch Miguel, obviously he's much shorter. You have a reach advantage, and you guys fighting at 155 pounds. What are you walking around weight right now?
Back in October, I actually took a fight at 185, which is the heaviest I've been since high school. Yeah, so I've chiseled away at that. I'm walking around at about 165 right now, healthy, happy. Just recently took a boxing fight up in Salem against a really tough opponent, Jeremiah Sierra, and that was at 154. And I cut down from 160 the night before, and I weighed in at 151. So
wow.
And it's just one of those things where I've been doing this so long, I really have this down to a science, and I keep myself right in that weight. 155 is kind of my don't want to weight cut too much weight class. Yeah. You'll probably see me after this fight for you at 145s, and maybe even get down there to 135s and bantamweight if I can figure out.
Because when you fought Davis Lozano,
I was at 135.
135.
Okay.
That fight was 130. That's right.
It was a little tough on me for that weight cut. I won't lie. That was a little rough, but if I could figure that weight cut out again, there's some studs at 135 and studs at 145 that I would love to come back and fight in SF. This is kind of my hometown stomping grounds now, and to be able to put on, I don't see myself retiring from the sport anytime soon. I want to make that record better, and eventually I would like to contend for a title before I retire.
Now, besides Miguel Bracho, not just saying looking past him, is there any other fighter that in California or any region, any other one that you want to fight?
There's a couple on my list, that I have my eye on. One in particular is a guy named Tyler Parr. I know he's scared to fight me. He's a coach for Bodyworks Alpha Annex. He's a boxing coach. I've tried to get him in the cage. I've tried to get him in the ring with me, but he'll only agree to a weight class that I'm way out of. Or
He's a big dude?
Oh yeah, he walks around like 185, but there's no rhyme or reason at all that he couldn't make 155 easy and fight me with small gloves. But push comes to shove, we'll just say I'm the bigger man in that box. But
okay, well, I'm gonna keep my eyes on whoever you're talking about. Maybe hashtag.
As far as MMA goes, if there was a head that I could choose, I would really like to get in there with. He's out of Rice Bros. He's 1-0 as a pro at 145. I can't remember his name. I think his first name's Craig, but Craig Longo or something like that. He's from Reading. Great fighter, great jiu-jitsu skills.
Oh, is that jiu-jitsu black belt?
Yes.
I think he just fought one of our guys, something Longo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great fight for me. I said, I don't like easy fights. Like you just said, jiu-jitsu black belt.
I think that's the guy. Yeah.
That for me, that excites me. I'm always taking tough fights, and that's one of those things that always excites me, and I want to build back my record and earn those wins. And the first step and first person in the way is Miguel Bracho, and after that, I'm on the run.
That's pretty awesome. Now, if people want to get a hold of you to come watching you fight and buy a ticket to come watching you fight, how can people contact you?
So you can get a hold of me through my Facebook, which is Michael Humphrey, or you can contact me on Instagram, which is going to be beastmode_reincarnated MMA. Might have a 707 somewhere in there. But if you type beast mode, you're gonna see my fight picture. So, pretty easy to get a hold of me. Or you can tap in on my Facebook and ask me for my number. I live in and around the Bay Area, so I'll gladly drop off tickets to your doorstep. Always love that fan interaction. I'm also looking for sponsors to add on to this sponsorship team. Huge shout out to NorCal Auto Body, Mike Weekly and Shane Weekly, as well as iHaul Now, Big Mike LeCompte, one of my big heavyweights as well that I would love to talk to you about getting on a future card.
Absolutely.
And all my other sponsors out there that have helped me along the way. Limitless Supplements, Matt Porter, Bodyworks Fitness with Caleb King, and Lost Coast Inc. All you guys, thank you for the much love and support, and I look forward to representing well March 15th.
Now, if your opponent, Miguel Bracho, watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
I hope you're training, buddy. First pro fight, last pro fight, whatever we are, I'm coming to knock your lights out.
That's pretty awesome. Do you think this fight would be in the first round or second round?
It's gonna be. I don't want to be that guy that speaks quick because I'm not the same pro I was when I fought David Solorzano, or a lot of my pro fights where I was brash. I went in there very reckless. I know how to pace myself. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm not looking at it like an easy fight, but I'm gonna fill it out and go and take my openings where they come. And with Miguel, I hope you're working on your game, bro, because I'm not coming untooled. I'm a bet in the game, and I plan on taking the W.
That's pretty awesome. Now, for more information about this upcoming fight card, guys, check out DragonHouseMMA.com. This event's a live stream pay-per-view nationwide. If you can't make it to the event, making sure you guys order your pay-per-view voucher from DragonHouseMMA.com. And please subscribe my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and get a ticket directly from the fighter so they can get a little credit for it. That would be awesome to see a whole crowd of Michael's family, friends, and supporters come give him a little support. And since both you guys fighting from out of town, so both you guys come from Humboldt, so either one of you guys consider a local hometown favorite. We'll see how that fight is going to play out. March 15th. It's going to be over 20 fights on this upcoming card. Don't miss it out, guys. And I'm really, really hard trying to have a female fight on the card, but I just don't have another 125 female. So anybody that 125-pound female want to get on the card, DM me so we can make something happen. I want to have a female fight on every one of my shows. So all the fans love to see female fight. So it's exciting. So anyway, now you're watching all this MMA fight, UFC. Who is your favorite UFC fighter?
I've been watching for a long time, and honestly, I would say that my game takes after my favorite fighters, Matt Hughes and Ben Askren. I grew up watching
Matt
those guys.
Hughes. Holy
Matt
shit.
Hughes, yeah. My first fight I was live for, and it was the only fight I ever got to watch him in. He fought Royce Gracie at UFC.
Oh man,
6
I actually watched that fight.
Yeah,
I actually watched that fight.
epic.
That was epic. He beat the shit out of
Beat
him.
the dog shit out of him. And that really made me fall in love with him. And then Ben Askren, I know his tail end of his career, he got his ass whooped, but
With a flying knee.
but that guy can fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
That is one of the most applicable MMA wrestlers to this day. 18 straight wins in Bellator isn't a fucking fluke, especially in the day that he was fighting in. So, I definitely look up to those two for the way that they could influence their MMA game and our wrestling game. Kind of
That's
make
pretty
those
awesome.
work together.
Well, here we go, guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Come out, watch firework March 15th at Keys Hall Pavilion. Don't miss it out. This is gonna be a over 20 plus fights. Door opens at 3 p.m. First amateur fight kickoff is 4 p.m. Pro card kickoff at 7 p.m. So making sure you guys stay tuned. Lots of firework. You will not disappoint. We also have lots of food, beer, wine, also in the stadium. So making sure you guys come out, have a good time, have a good day. All right. Any last word I want to say to anyone else out there?
Buy your tickets from me, man. This is gonna be an exciting fight, and it's the first of many for me in SF. Finally got something worked out with Zhong, so plan on seeing my face around for a long time.
That's good. Awesome. I'm Zhong signing out. Good to have you on board, brother.
Yeah.
Boost.